Hey everybody, so this is example 3B that we are going to conquer in this particular video. So again, right triangle trigonometry note slides from January 12th. All right, again, we have been asked to find the value of x to find the missing side length. So you see that over here in our triangle, and round to the nearest hundredth, so 2 decimal places, and of course we went around properly. Now, let's take a look. Let's analyze this a little bit. Again, we've identified our angle measure. We've paid attention to that. We know exactly where that's at. So we're dealing with a 48-degree angle. Let's look at the sides then that we have given to us. So this 6 is serving as the side that is opposite my angle measure, and the x is the side that is adjacent to my angle measure. Sorry about the bell in the background. Okay, so which one of my trig functions is going to relate the opposite and adjacent sides? Well, of course, that is tangent. All right, so we are going to say that the tangent of 48 degrees is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Okay, so now our setup is good here. But from here, what we need to do is solve. And whenever we have the situation where the variable is in the denominator, that tends to throw people. They're not real sure what to do with that. So I would say probably the most common way, this is not necessarily the way that I was taught to do it way back in the day, but I would say the most common way that I've seen this taught is to have students put that tangent of 48 degrees over 1. And when you put the tangent of 48 degrees over 1, that sets up a proportion for you, right? So of course, to solve a proportion, we can just cross multiply, and then we can solve for x from there. So when I cross multiply, I go along this diagonal, okay? That's going to give me x times the tangent of 48 degrees. So what I've done here is multiplied along this diagonal and put that down here. All right, now that is going to be equal to, when I multiply in that opposite direction along the other diagonal, I end up with 6 times 1, which is just 6. Okay, now how do I get my x all by itself? Well, right now x is being multiplied by the tangent of 48 degrees, so we have to divide on both sides by the tangent of 48 degrees. All right, that makes these guys cancel out. X is going to be equal to, and I'm going to have to plug this in. I would like for you to do that as well. And when I plug that in, I am coming up with 5.402 on my calculator. So rounded to the nearest hundredth is 5.40, whatever units we're working in. They didn't give us that, so we can't give them the units back. So I came up with a value of x equals 5.40 on this one. Okay, now, so remember, when the x is in the denominator, that's when you can set it up as a proportion and solve, because we have to get that x out of the denominator before we can get it isolated and get it all by itself. If you do not like that proportion method, just come and talk to me and I can show you a little bit different way. They both amount to the same thing, to be quite honest with you. It just looks a little bit different as far as the process goes. So anyway, there you go. That is example 3B, and make sure you jump on the next video so that we can do some practice problems together. Thanks. Bye.